Right, we're back with another crazy experiment. So I got these tie-dye colours, they're powders, and they're sellotaped up. So back to, can we make our own alcohol inks? I'm going to try it with these powders because I do believe that they will dissolve in the alcohol. I can't see them not. So these were only really cheap. I only got a small set. They did come in a larger set. So there's 5 colours in here. And this was only £2.99. And I think if it does work, we're only going to need a small amount of each one. So let's get mixing and let's experiment. So we are of course using the Daniel Cooper collab resin for this one. And an update on the food colouring test. Absolute fail. So this was inside, this was outside. It's been around a week, if that, and the colours have faded. So don't try that one at home. I'm hoping this one is going to give us some better results if the powders actually dilute down. I give my mould a quick spray because I do keep forgetting. I want to use it every time I use the mould in every video, but I always forget. So I should have done this part before I mixed up my resin because I don't know whether they're actually going to dissolve. So let's try a pink to begin with. These have literally just turned up. I ordered them yesterday and they look very gritty. Almost, it's a bigger grain than even mica powder. So let's grab my 99.9% alcohol. Please dissolve. It doesn't look like it's doing much at the moment. Let's give that a good shake and a good mix. I don't want to see any granules that could cause an issue. And there's like a sand, almost a sand texture in there. Let's try giving it a crush. It's really gritty. I don't think this is going to work. Or maybe an acetone might dissolve this better. Suppose you get what you pay for, really. Unless I have to strain out some of this. I really don't know. And it doesn't help because there's no actual instructions. It's just not dissolving. Right, let's try the acetone. Again, we're going to add some of the dye. And then I think if this works, I'll do an acetone alcohol mix. Similar to how we did the white sinker. I can already see straight away that has... Look at the strength of that colour compared to this. So the acetone is really activating those dyes. There's still some debris in the bottom, but I think that will mix. Okay, I'm going to go along with this and make this work. So I'm going to add some more acetone and some more dye. So there's about 3 ml of acetone in there, some more dye, and really get a strong colour. And now I'm going to top that up to the 10 ml mark with my isopropanol ready to pour into my needle tip bottle. I'm just going to let that sit for about 30 seconds just in case there's anything floating around, any debris, because there is still some in the bottom and I don't want that going into my needle tip precision bottle. I don't know whether this is work. I've emptied, if it will work, I've emptied a tea bag just to strain out any more of those larger pigments that could be present. It's looking fairly clear, so I can now just really carefully transfer that into my bottle. And I'm going to repeat that with the other colours. Now the yellow's really clumpy, but I've got a good colour there. So I just added the alcohol and look at that colour. It's really strong. So I've just poured my resin. I've only mixed up 3 colours. That's really not that strong, the pink. So let's see what it does. Barely anything. There's no colour with that pink. I should have added some more powder. Let's try the purple. Much stronger. It's much stronger. It's spreading like normal alcohol inks too. Let's try the yellow. It's a good colour. So I just made up some more pink, but it's really not strong, and you can see the almost granular effect with that purple, which actually looks more blue. But I may as well carry on with the experiment. That's what we're here for. So I'm just gonna fill these now with the colours that I've got. They're all gonna look pretty much the same, but who cares? Right, so now using the Sinker White. I'm not going to use my own one that I made. I'm just going to stick with the Let's Resin Sea Deeper for this one. And we're just going to drop that over the colours. And then in 1 hour I'll do my stir, which I'll probably do off camera. So I'm not holding up much hope for this. And I will see you all for the demold. Right, it's been about an hour. I thought I'd show the stir just in case there's anyone new watching the video. I mean, colour wise they look really promising, but I just don't know what's going on underneath. I think I rushed the process. I should maybe have let the dye powder soak for maybe a day, but we'll find out shortly. Well, shortly for you, but not for me. So I'm going to continue doing the same swirls in the other pieces. Okay, we're all set, and you can see some extras in there, 5 extras. So what I did last night, because yesterday I only mixed up the pink, the yellow and the purple. So last night I mixed up the blue and the green and just had a little play, and some of them I just backed with black alcohol ink after my 1 hour stir. So what I want to show you as well, this is happening in all of the bottles. It's like a sediment at the bottom, like a cloudy sediment, but it does mix up once you shake. So I don't think that's going to be an issue, but I'm just hoping none of those have sunk inside the pieces. Now I know the Let's Resin alcohol inks hold up really well with sunlight. This is more for me to say, you know I can make an ink. It's just an experiment after all. As always, give the video a thumbs up, drop me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, hit that button for me. Let's see if it's worked. Wow. A single colour. I think that was a kind of mix of colours, but you can only really see a greeny colour. That has worked really well. So some of these are going to go outside for some time, and I will update you as to whether they fade or hold up. So we know that the black alcohol ink is also working. Come on. Wow. You can see some different colour there. I mean, I really need to play around with the strength of the dyes. Is it worth doing cost-wise? Like I said, I mean, these are only £3, and you could probably make maybe 3 or 4 10ml bottles from one sachet, I think. But then you've got the cost of the acetone, which was very little. I mean, that big bottle of acetone that I have was just over £1, I think. And then the alcohol itself, not much. £6–7 for a big bottle, and it goes a lot. Wow, it goes a long way. Look at that. There's no, I mean, there's a little bit of clouding from the ink there. It's kind of seeped down into the resin, but you wouldn't think that that's not alcohol. I just hope these hold up. I think they're definitely going to hold up better than the food colouring. And then you've got the cost of the needle tip bottles, which is next to nothing as well. But you could always use your existing alcohol ink bottles, just clean them out and pop off the cap. And Bob's your uncle. Wow. Love that scattering as well from the stir. I thought that was a blob, but it was a bubble just up there. And the colours are really, really good. It's just a shame about that pink, but I think I could get that to work if I didn't rush the experiment so much. Wow. Again, more of the green showing through. Got some of the purple there, or blue, whatever that was. But I'm really happy for a first test. Let's go with this yellow and purple because I don't really like the colours yellow and purple together. It's very soft. I think I stirred these a little bit too soon. So I think extends the stir, because the acetone and the alcohol content, it does slightly reduce the curing time, or slightly increase the curing time of resin, but not much. I'd say probably an hour and a half I should have stirred those. The first ones I waited longer. Wow, very pastel. Love that sweepy area down the bottom. But again, good strong colours really for a first go. Right, let's see the ovals, my favourite ones to demould. Always. Wow. Very soft. Again, I could have waited a bit longer for that stir. Last one. I think it's worth experimenting. Now that is stunning. That really is stunning. Almost a bird head with the feathers coming off the back of the head there. That really is a stunning piece. Right guys, that was a successful experiment. I'm going to pop some outside. I'll probably pop that one outside, and maybe this one. I'll do that now, and I'll update you soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you for the next one. Bye for now.